Okay, I'm ready. Starting off with Abrams, S+. Character is consistently strong. There's not a single point in the game this character is bad. There's not a single build of this character that is bad. He does damage, he is tanky, and he has CC. That's it. He has everything. He's the most consistently strong character in the game. Boom. Apollo. I don't think I want to put Apollo in S. I think Apollo is like, I would say top of A. He's definitely not, I don't think he's OP. He's OP until you realize he's not OP, if that makes any sense at all. Until you realize that Slowing Hex and Counterspell completely ruin this here. Like, Slowing Hex completely disables his 3. Counterspell completely negates all the damage from his ult. He's not as strong as you think. You're just like shock factored because it's new. It's not that OP. You don't have a gold lead. He's underwhelming. Very fun though. But that character is nowhere near the strengths of like a Silver, for example. Bebop. Honestly, I'm gonna put Bebop in kind of bad. I think Bebop's kind of bad. You just never really get dumpstered by a Bebop. No matter how ahead they are, it's just underwhelming, I would say. Which is fine, because when Bebop's strong, the game is hard. But, like, I would say he's a bottom 5 hero. I don't think he's, like, unplayable, but he's just sort of weak. Like, not, like, unplayable, but, like, I wouldn't say he needed that last round of nerfs. I feel like that build was, like, the only build you could play and actually do good, and then they kind of nerfed it even more, so, like, I don't even know. How is decent lower than standard? Because, like, standard is, like, consistently good, but not overpowered. And B is, like, playable, but, like, not great. Which I renamed the standard picks. Billy, I would put an S. I mean, low-key, he is OP, but I guess I'll just put it in a top of S. I don't know that he's, like, begging for nerfs. I don't think he does that well across the board, but, like, this character is definitely strong. He's not as strong as Abrams, but he is, like, he's up there for sure. He definitely deserves to be nerfed, but not, like, gutted, if that makes sense. It's like Abrams, like, it's like slightly higher skill cap Abrams, if that makes sense. Abrams is like no skill required S. Billy is like S if you're good at it, if that makes any sense. You want me to do okay instead of decent? Okay. Yeah, I feel like Bebop's the only character that the devs balance around Reddit. It feels like it's the only character that feels like this. Like, the high elo community will have no complaints about Bebop, and then he'll just get like completely reworked and changed, and everyone's like, who the fuck was complaining about Bebop? It's just something we don't really understand. I don't know. The character terrorizes like the bottom 1%. Like, who the fuck is talking about Reddit? Like who's talking about Bebop? It's like one of those things nobody cares about in our ranks, but then the loyal players are just like going insane. Which is fine. I was like that when I first started too. Bebop actually used to be OP though. Okay. Wow, that's kind of a good start. We have one in each category. I think CALICO is just okay. I think she's okay. I think you have to have an extremely good start for the character to have impact in the game. And I don't think she's that crazy. I think she's fine. You can play it and do fine. I'm not saying you can't. It's just not like, you know, you can't put a chimpanzee on CALICO and have him go 20-0 like you can with Abrams or Billy. Like, it takes skill, and even then it falls off and shit like that. It's okay. I think CALICO will always be a little bit underwhelming or overpowered, if that makes any sense. CALICO is either S or B. CALICO's never like A. CALICO is either OP or it's not. It's like kind of like Grey Talon in a way, where like Grey Talon is either not picked or it's OP. But like, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just not. And then one thing about CALICO that I think is CALICO ult should be a longer cooldown and not be slowing hexable. Because slowing hex disabling your like entire kit is kind of lame. I hate, like, if you get slowing hex on CALICO, you can't even use half your kit. You can't use two out of your 3 abilities. You're just dead, man. Like, imagine if slowing hex canceled YAMATO ult. Like, I don't even feel like CALICO ult is a movement ability, so I don't really know why it's even slowing hexable. Celeste is OP as fuck. Celeste is just the most, like, get this, once bans are allowed on this character will never see a single game in high elo. This character is literally just gonna be OP forever because the noobs don't understand how to air strafe. The character's movement is inherently broken and no character can have that movement. It's just like, it breaks the physics of the source engine and it shouldn't be in the game. It's just a bad idea. You know, fun for a week, really not fun after a week. Doorman, look, I think Doorman's shit. I think Doorman was only OP because of the earn gimmick, and I don't see what this character brings to a team very much. I just don't see it. Doorman is also one of these characters that is, like, you could say he was a strong laner, right? But lane doesn't matter anymore, is the reality. Lane means nothing. Lane matters less now than it ever has. So like characters that are like gimmickly strong laners and then do nothing afterwards are just useless. The earn change brought this guy from like A to C for sure. Even an OTP okay, for example, Doorman requires a lot of effort and skill and like finesse and teamwork to be good. But like if you put the same amount of autism into Sinclair, you'd have a way higher win rate and more impact. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the same boat as Sinclair but worse. Drifter, I'm probably gonna end up at bottom of S. I think he's just a meta. He's just a meta, like he's like a meta position 3 character, like always. He's just like he's never the strongest hero in the lobby, but he's just consistently like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. He's consistently putting in good damage and good map pressure. He's not like broken, but he's good. He's like bottom of S tier. He's just solid. Is Doorman good enough to be played in ES? Yeah, I think so. Dynamo, I think Dynamo is like below Calico, but above BEBOP. Dynamo is like not a bad character, but like he's just like, you know, he's just a chungus, man. This character is like not that great. He's like not bad, but he's just like, I don't know, man. He's just a chungus. I don't think he's bad at all. I could carry games on Dynamo, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. I'm not like, I don't know, man. More often than not, you'd rather have somebody other than Dynamo on your team. Soggy Fries, I think it was right. Graves. Okay, here we go. I think Graves is good. Low elo players are gonna cry that Graves isn't an S plus OP, but look, the reality is you're just bad. Graves is not OP and Graves is not bad. Graves is like, in my opinion, slightly worse than Apollo, but still good. Yo, why am I? What's going on right now? How am I 10 heroes through and there's 2 in every category? It's kind of insane, no? It's not even on purpose. Okay, Grey Talon, probably close to Drifter in strength. It's a consistent pick. He was weak last patch because his lane was underwhelming. He has bad wave push, and he's a 1.5 regen character, and he doesn't really spike until his spikes got delayed until like max AP on his 1. So like the character kind of like fell off for a couple months. But now with the new like healing minion change and the fact that lane doesn't matter as much, where it's a lot of stalemates and then roams and then like all-ins, he's kind of a good character to like go 0-0 in lane and then have your bird to like be the deciding factor in like in a cross map roam and like make space on the map. And then if that goes well, you snowball Giga hard now with 10 Spirit. So he's pretty good. That being said though, Grey Talon from Giga behind is not fun. So he's not like OP because you can always, it takes skill, it takes coordination, and the character without stacks is bad. It's kind of like Drifter in a way, but like more extreme, I would say. Like Grey Talon without any stacks is just so bad because you're not putting enough pressure on the enemies, and your abilities just, I don't know, your abilities, if you have 0 stacks instead of 50 stacks, is a crazy damage difference, like pressure on the enemy team. It's weird. But I didn't think it's good. HAZE, I think HAZE is not bad at all. I think the thing that people don't realize about HAZE is that HAZE is a high skill hero. HAZE is the highest skilled gun hero by far. And people also play, in low elo, people play HAZE as a P1, but in reality, HAZE is not a P1. HAZE is like a P3 character. Like, HAZE should never, ever, ever be your top gold on the team. HAZE should be medium economies, like roaming around and setting up side lane picks on their carries and keeping their carries behind and making space, like as an assassin, while your main carry gets fed. And she does that job really well. It's a MOBA without wards, and she has perma invis, and she does good damage. When I say P1, 3, 5, etc., I'm talking about gold. Like, for example, a support Dynamo would be P6. You have the lowest amount of gold on the team, and a Lady Geist gun carry would be P1, like farm priority from 1 to 6. It's like the easiest way to like say it. I don't know, because this game doesn't have like defined roles, so it's just like farm priority, I guess. A lot of people in low elo play HAZE with too much gold when she's like for example, HAZE is really strong early, so you kill people early to get gold. People in low elo farm the jungle and then try to scale to late game, but she's not a scaler. She's a roaming assassin. It's not like, people play it incorrectly in a way. Because if you play her to scale, she can get countered and then just one-shotted in team fights, and there's items to counter her very hard. So like you're just wasting her strengths to farm the whole game, and then you're just countered anyway. So why didn't you just farm the whole game on Lady Geist, who's not counterable as much, or like Mirage? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not as good. So that being said, I do think HAZE is a standard pick. I don't think she's bad at all. I think HAZE is consistently strong. She's like the most average hero in the game. And I think if you're good at it, it can be really good. When I play HAZE, I feel like the character's OP, but I feel like that's because I know what I'm doing. When Zergy plays HAZE, he does really good, but that's because he knows what he's doing. Like, you can make characters that are in A really strong if you're a specialist, but on average, they're not. Like, the average baboon isn't going to be OP on HAZE. It takes skill. Characters that are like ABRAAMS are just going to be OP no matter who's playing them, because their kit has CC and tankiness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, HAZE has a very, like, glass cannon-y kit, requires good, like, positioning and shit. Abrams, you can just play like an idiot and get away with it. So same with Celeste. Holiday, I think Holiday is... Here's the thing. I think Holiday's OP, but since it's so difficult, I don't think it'll be nerfed for a long time. Her kit is just kind of clunky, but if you're good at it, it is, like, objectively OP. I like it. When I play, I think it's fucking broken. You can get away with it. Holiday is kind of... It's kind of like Celeste in the point where, like, you can just make dumb positioning mistakes and then just get out for free because you have OP air strafing that shouldn't be in the game. I think Holiday is, like, probably around this level. Definitely a meta pick, but not, like, OP just because it takes skill. The air control in this game is just way too good, man. I really think the air control in this game should be toned down on Celeste and Holiday. Bro, before Celeste even came out, I was mauling about Holiday movement. Like, Holiday, even though she gets it on bounce pads, is so obnoxious and OP. And then they added Celeste that just gets it as a passive at level 1. It's just so broken, man. Like, that's the sole reason she's OP. You can just make it... This game is about, like, positioning and, like... This game is about, like, making decisions, and then the enemy team can counter your decisions if you overstep. Celeste and Holiday just break that rule entirely, because you can just not even, like, consciously think about what you're doing and just get out of dumb shit and break the rules of the game because you have an OP movement ability. It's like you can just, like, push up to a walker solo 1v4 and somehow get out because your air strafe is so OP. Like, that's just cringe. But, like, stuff like that always kind of breaks the game because you force rotates like 2v1, but then you just get out for free and they can't even trade the kill. Like, they're like the only two characters in the game that can really do that. It used to be like Gun Ivy. Like, Gun Ivy was OP because you could just fly away and one-shot walkers, but now it's just Holiday and Celeste that can do that pretty much. And Shiv. It's his movement. Same shit. Infernus, this character's is shit. The thing is, okay, I think Infernus is shit, but not because Infernus is shit. This might, like, try and hear me out for a second. Infernus is balanced how I think the game should be balanced. People that do a lot of damage should be as squishy as Infernus and HAZE, in my opinion. But the reality is, other DPS characters have 1,000 to 1,500 HP more than Infernus at the same times. Like, for example, Abrams will out DPS an Infernus with 1,500 more effective HP. So it's like, is Infernus bad? No, not really, but Abrams is just so above the bar of what a carry, like, should be in a way. So it's like, he kind of just gets one-shotted. But now his HP per boon is really bad. And for those of you that don't understand, like, each character has a unique thing called HP per boon, where every time you level up, you get a certain amount of HP, and Infernus's is really low. So, like, Infernus scales fast, but he doesn't get a lot of HP. So even a fed Infernus can be dealt with really quickly. Whereas, at the moment, Bruiser heroes can just buy green items and do the same damage as you, and have double your HP. So it's, like, kind of shit. That being said, though, I don't think the solution is to buff Infernus like crazy. I think the solution is to bring the Bruiser's damages down. I think Infernus and HAZE should be, like, the golden standard of what a carry should be. But the reality is they're just, like, weaker than the average, but whatever. Ivy, I would say Ivy's a standard pick. Ivy seems to be doing really well right now. As like as a main support, probably like a P5 character. She kind of just does a lot of damage for how much healing she can build in like map control. I don't know, it's a weird one. Because like Ivy is probably, I know I said it was HAZE, but she is right next to HAZE. Ivy is one of the most balanced characters in the game. She's just very well rounded. She's not. The one thing I think about Ivy that bothers me is how she has 4 stamina. I'm so over 4 stamina heroes being in the game. With viable stamina, starting with 4 is just so cringe. But Kelvin, Kelvin has never been like bad. I think Kelvin is like okay. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say about Kelvin. He's just okay. I don't really know what to say. He can enable your carries very well, but like I don't have a problem with Kelvin. I think he's pretty balanced. I don't know. There's better options for support, but he's not bad. The reality is Kelvin was the best support in the game, but there is a massive power creep going on with DLC heroes. And in every last batch of heroes, they've added a support character that is just better than Kelvin. So he kind of just got like fizzled out, but it's not because he's like bad. It's just like Paige and Rem are just better. Kelvin also used to be OP because laning was really important. So like one thing people need to realize is that Kelvin was OP because lane was OP. And if you just put a Kelvin with a main carry like Shiv, you could win every lane and giga scale your carry. But now that lane is less important and his lane is less oppressive, he kind of like fell off. Geist is like still S, just because she has one of the strongest late games in the game. Slightly worse than Billy in my opinion, but still like probably a top 7 hero. Geist is one of those characters that's never really been bad before either. Her gun is just OP. That's like the reality is Geist gun is just OP. And what low elo players don't understand is how OP Geist is if you just buy the correct items. And what are the correct items? You just abuse how Berserker and Radiant Regen and Spell Slinger work on this hero. Those 3 items are bad on almost anyone in the game, but OP on Lady Geist, which is just kind of funny because you can just use your self stacks on Geist and just farm the jungle with maximum Berserker and Spell Slinger stacks at all times. And her whole gimmick is like, oh, her abilities cost HP. Well, Radiant Regen completely negates that like inherent debuff. You just Giga farm the jungle and have one like the strongest end game gun in the game. LASH, I think LASH kind of fell off a little bit. I would have put him in S+ last patch, but I do think he just slightly fell off. I'm not saying it's bad at all. Still very strong. But I'm going to put him probably around here. Just a very strong pick, but he's not like as impressive as he was before. What was the items on Lady Geist? Frenzy? No, not Frenzy. You just build Radiant Regen. The 3 items that Geist abuses the most is Radiant Regen, Berserker, and Spellslinger. And the reason that's true is because Berserker and Spellslinger are usually supposed to be things that are like used in the middle of a fight to ramp a carry. That's like the idea, right? Like the more Warden flasks you throw, the more fire rate you get or whatever. And the more damage you take, the more damage you do. But Geist has a unique thing where she does self-damage, which procs Berserker and Spellslinger. So you can farm the jungle at maximum stacks of both of those items, and the clear speed is way too fast. And then she just turbo scales, and like Geist at 30 minutes can legit 1v3. You can't do shit against this hero. She's always been bad in low elo because inherently you think Geist is a spirit character, and I think it should be, but Geist is a Giga gun carry, and it's only good as a Giga gun carry. And it's only good as a Giga gun carry with a couple of meta items, and there's no way to know that without knowing metagame. So, like, Geist is just always OP in high elo, and then the noobs lose on it because they don't know. So then the win rate is, like, mediocre, but the hero is actually still OP. They need to, like, figure that out. Let's see. McGinnis. I don't think McGinnis is bad. McGinnis' kit is just a little bit clunky in this game. I don't think she's bad at all. Probably the same level as Dynamo. Just, like, another Chungus healer. Like, she's fine, but it's just so inconsistent and, like, weird. Like, you'll find yourself in a lot of positions where you Dino McGinnis and you go, damn, that shit's OP. But the reality is, like, she can't put herself in those positions, like, all the time. So it's a weird one. Because she doesn't feel like... She feels out of place a lot of games, but some games she does thrive, but I don't know. Loki, I do think there is some potential that people are... I think there's a lot of untapped potential with McGinnis, with Rem, that people have not experimented with yet. Because Rem turrets buff McGinnis turrets by a lot of damage and spirit armor. So I was wondering if Rem McGinnis is like a really OP untapped combo. I'm curious about that. Mina, you guys know how I feel about Mina. Mina is OP and always has been. Probably like there. I'm not gonna be too biased, but probably like here. I mean, like, dude, Mina is just so... What makes her so good? Okay, Mina is supposed to be a glass cannon damage dealer that is easily punishable, but does a lot of damage. Okay, the reality is, she's one of the top 3 hardest characters in the game to kill. And the whole glass cannon quote-unquote archetype is bullshit. And it's propaganda. If you just rush debuff remover on this character, she's fucking unkillable. There's no counterplay. They're like, oh, just slowing hex. It doesn't work. She'll debuff remover your slowing hex. So then you'll be like, oh, buy 2 slowing hexes. Okay, so now I got a 2v1 the hero. You throw 1 slowing hex, she removes it, then she presses her 2. Oh, she happened to actually iframe my slowing hex. It went into the void. Well, now she's gone, and now I'm down gold, and she's just fucking... whatever, man. It's just dumb. And you're like, oh, well, GT can do half her HP with 1 arrow. Oh, nice. So then she goes back to her tier 1 small camp, or any wave, presses 1 with a 6-second cooldown, and heals for 800 HP off of 3 small minions with a rake. Yeah, well played, bro. Like, it literally is a MOBA that is based around health trading and positioning. This character just ignores the physics of the game with her movement. She ignores the map part where, like, she overextends on low HP but gets away every time. And then instead of having the base, this hero just presses rake on any camp and is full HP. She has, like, built-in fortitude, which is just brain dead. Like, the heal on the 1 is gotta go. Let's see, Mirage. I think Mirage is one of the most undervalued heroes in the game. I think Mirage is undervalued because he's boring. But I think if you just suck it up and you want to win, which is what a lot of people do that are good at the game, if you just know the meta items to build on Mirage with, like, Toxic Bullets, Inhibitor, Ricochet, Silencer, your win rate should be above 55%. This hero is just like insane team fight value and insane debuff applier that in map control with his ult that you can't really compare to many other heroes. Most people think Mirage is like bad because he's like boring. But if you like are a psychopath and don't care about fun, you just one trick Mirage and you'll win most of your games. The character's just kind of good. With that being said, I'll probably put him like probably around here. Probably like around here, honestly. Another thing that's interesting is like Mirage does shit on Abrams always. Like that is one thing. Mirage always beats Abrams in side lane, which is valuable. Just like it's just a kit mismatch. Mo and KRILL. Let's see. Mo and KRILL is OP. I said it. The thing about Mo and KRILL is Mo and KRILL. I've always said this. If the lowest elo player on your matchmaking team gets Mo and KRILL, your win rate is legit. I promise you, it's 58%. If the highest elo on your team plays Mo and KRILL, you lost the game. It's one of those things that like I swear to God the hero's OP, but when I play it, I have to carry on it and I can't win as much. But I swear to God, when your dumb player is on it, it's a free win. It's a no skill hero that completely neutralizes their highest skill hero, and you can't even do shit about it. But you can't. It's just so cringe. I think this hero's OP, like genuinely. I actually think it's like OP as fuck. Like dead ass, probably like actually like up there. I'm not even trolling. Probably like I think it's actually so OP. Another thing is bad players gravitate towards Mo and KRILL, but low key, when good players play Mo and KRILL, it's gross. PAIGE. I think PAIGE is strong. I think it's a lot better than KELVIN. I think if you're gonna queue support, PAIGE is really strong. I don't know about like, I guess, I mean, like, you could put it in meta, but I feel like I have everything in meta, so I don't know what to do at this point. PAIGE is debatably like bottom of S, top A, whatever. Whatever. The principle still stands. I think PAIGE is really good. Her lane is really strong. I think PAIGE is one of the best. PAIGE is the second best support in the game. I think the only thing that makes PAIGE not like OP is the fact that she actually has like what MINA doesn't have. Like MINA and PAIGE are both like really high value characters with low HP, but PAIGE can actually just die. MINA doesn't die. PAIGE does just die. PAIGE can die. And the one thing about PAIGE is if you dive PAIGE correctly, she has to use all of her utility on herself to not just die. Which means if PAIGE has to use her util on herself, even if you don't kill her, she's completely useless in a fight. Like I think if people like played team fights better and correctly dove the support, she's like you know, not OP. It's a great hero though. Paradox? Okay, Paradox is actually OP though. Like Paradox is genuinely the most OP. Like Paradox and SHIV are like the most consistently OP heroes of all time, I swear. This Paradox character, like I don't know, can somebody link the stats that got pulled up of hero win rates in comp play? This Paradox hero has the highest games played in all of competitive, with like the second highest win rate. Like it literally has like the most games played of any hero, which usually means it's like 50%. This character has like the most games played in any region by far. I think Paradox has been picked or banned in like 98% of comp drafts for the last 2 years. I swear to God, this shit is like legit giga. Is this pro matches? This is low sample size for sure, but it's still same shit. Look, I mean, even on this website, 77 games played comp, 61% win rate. This shit is just OP. I don't know. I think this hero's OP. Probably like, unironically, probably like, it's like worse in pubs is the thing though. Like, I don't want to say a hero's like top 3, because like in pubs, it won't be top 3 for you. But in the very highest levels of play, this character is S+. I don't know how to describe that. It's like weird. This hero is like on the same level as like Mo and KRILL, but it's just like, in your guys' games, I'm not saying play Paradox, you'll win every game. But in my games, this character's like top 5, like low key. It's probably better list. Probably a dumb question, but what makes characters like Para, Mina, and Drifter so bad in Brawl? Oh, that's simple. The reason characters like Mina and Paradox thrive in normal mode versus Brawl is because their kit enables like ganking and punishing overextensions on the map, and it's like very like not counterable. Their kit doesn't excel in team fights, but they're really good like catching people off like assassins, right? It's just like normal. Like same thing in every other MOBA. Like assassins and team fights are not as good, but like the Brawl is just 4v4 in one lane. So like what is Paradox gonna do compared to like something else? Pocket? Okay, hot take. Pocket is bad. Not bad, but okay. It's a misconception that Pocket is OP, and it's a skill issue. This character, the Counterspell is the highest pick rate item in the game at Halo. And as soon as you actually buy Counterspell and have a reaction time below 200 MS, I literally play Pocket and get 4-man afflictions that get triple Counterspelled. He's an ult bot, and the most bot item in the game is Counterspell, which can just completely counter you. So, I mean, I don't even know how you function on this hero. Like, you're an ult bot that requires farm. You die a lot now. Majestic Leap got gutted. Your whole shining star moment is getting those big afflictions. But what if you go to afflict 4 people and 2 of them counterspell it? Well, now your whole kit is just like, I don't know, man. Like, nice, you afflicted 2 4,000 HP heroes with 60% spirit armor. And you did like 1/4 their HP bar, and then you blew up instantly. Like, good shit, bro. This character's like underwhelming as fuck. Like, low-key, down here. Rem, cancel me if you want. I think this character's OP as fuck. I don't care. This character's minions literally have more HP than the enemy dual laners. You have infinite wave prio. You can take safes without taking your HP, which is like something they made safes like a really hard thing and risky thing to invade because they do 600 damage to you. But Rem just ignores that and just runs away and just takes your safes and then is full HP. Has like the best healing of any support, the best wave prio, no matter what laner you're with. Like, her ult is OP as... I don't know what their gender is, but the ult is OP as fuck. It's been buffed like 2 times in a row for no reason. I'm pretty sure I could code an AI and play that hero with foot pedals and still be S tier. It's legit just Yumi. 7? I don't think 7's bad. I don't think 7's good, though. I would probably put 7 like below Pocket and Kelvin, maybe. Maybe like here. 7 is one of those heroes that's always OP in low elo for whatever reason, but it's not even played in high elo. It's just like okay. And once again, Shiv. Wow. I mean, I wonder where Shiv is gonna be. Yep, hero is OP as fuck. Still is. Shiv is like as I feel like every tier list I've ever made, Shiv is OP. This character is just fucking OP, man. Like the movement Shiv has with his right click allows you to just do dumb shit. But low elo players are just they don't have 10 functioning fingers, so they don't know how to right click off of a wall and fly from your walker back to like you can just get out of the dumbest shit because you right click on a wall. But like as soon as like the community understands how to right click on a wall and fly across the map, the character would be like OP and nerfed. But it's been like a year and a half, and these baboons have not figured out how to right click with a shotgun. So he's like he's a low win rate hero, even though he's OP as fuck. His kit is inherently OP because you know why? He's tanky. He does the most damage in the game, and he has deferred damage, which means like 30 to 40% of the damage you do to him is taken over time, so you can't burst him. He has some of the best movement in the game, and he has an execute at 25%, and a damage amp. So you do more damage to people, and you only have to do more damage to them until a quarter of HP, and then you can ranged execute them, all at the same time while they do less damage to you. You physically can't even lose a 1v1 in the tier. It's physically impossible. Like, the math doesn't add up here. The most banned hero in the game, by far. I mean, like, it's shameless. It's cringe and shameless is what it is. Silver, sorry, furries, you suck at the game. One of the best characters that's ever been in the game. You all just suck so fucking bad. And you play this hero because you're horny for furries or whatever. And you got it buffed when it was already a top 3 hero in the game. And you're brain dead. And you're ruining the game. It is OP as fuck. Silver might actually be better than Celeste right now. Like no Kappa, Silver might be the best hero in the game. I think Silver's actually better. What makes Abrams more OP than Billy in the current meta? Just lower skill ceiling. Just point click CC. There's no like variance. Like Billy can be better than Abrams, but Abrams is just like lower skill. Like the most consistent and just point click CC basically. Like Warpstone or Phantom Strike, pin, one shot, no counterplay. Billy has like it takes a little bit. There's variance. You can fuck up Billy. You can't fuck up Abrams. How is Apollo not S? I'm gonna. Do you want to know why Apollo isn't S? His entire kit revolves around his 3. There's an item called Slowing Hex that is really cringe, and you can buy it on any hero, and it makes him. The 3's gone, and then you're like, no, but it's not the 3. It's the 4. The 4 is OP, Vegas. You can't counter the 4. He one-shots you. Oh, I forgot about the most OP counter item in the game. 3,000 gold that you buy on every hero in the game. If you're not buying counterspell in this meta, you're bad and behind. Counterspell should be bought in 75% of your games, and it's the best item in the game, and completely negates all the damage and execute from his ult. You wait until you can wait till Apollo's ult hits you and then counterspell and still block the damage. Or Spellbreaker. Sinclair? Okay, I think this character is OP, but it does require like unemployment to be good at. So like I'm not gonna put it in like S tier because like if I recommend it to you guys would all lose. But low key, this hero is OP. Like low key though, this hero is like actually better than Apollo and Grave. Like hot take here though. Hot take here, it's better than Graves. It's just RNG though. The game doesn't have draft. If you could pick Sinclair in a draft format, last pick, he would be top 3 in the game. Because you would just completely eliminate half the comps in the game. If I could handpick Sinclair against Apollo and Graves and Rem and all these type of like OP ult characters, you would just win every game. But since you can't and you can load it into the game and not be able to do that, it's not OP, technically. But I do think Sinclair's OP. In general, all of his abilities are just good. He has really good impact on the team. You can't like full solo carry on him, but he is very strong. Yeah, I mean, Sinclair, if you get Sinclair against Graves, I'm just sitting there giggling the whole game because, like, Graves... Dude, Sinclair against Graves is so fucking broken. It's actually Silas Malphite, I think. I think Graves Sinclair is Silas Malphite. It's just so fucking brain dead. You have 100% uptime Graves ult. That's better than hers because you don't have to build gun damage. You just walk around the map and find the Graves and have... honestly, 200% uptime Graves ult. You can have 2 or 3 of them up at one time. The uptime on Sinclair's ult with Graves was so much that it was spawning too many zombies and crashing the server, so they had to bug fix it. It's so fucking broken. Ventilator. I think Ventilator is really strong. I would put Ventilator, like, pretty high, actually. I think Ventilator is probably, like, a similar level like Mirage. I think he's really strong. I think he's really good. Maybe, like, right there, perhaps. He just does a lot of damage, man, at every point in the game. He just does so much fucking damage. I don't know, maybe something like that. I don't fucking know. Why is tier list reversed? Brother, you might need to get out of, like, initiate elo. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. If you think this tier list is backwards, yeah, I don't even know if there's hope for you. Victor? Victor is shit. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. This character is bad, and the only reason Victor is, like, OP and low elo is because you guys don't have thumbs and you don't understand how to read. If you read the item shop and buy the correct items, this character is so fucking bad. And if you want an example of how to counter Victor, crippling headshot, inhibitor, silencer, curse, toxic bullets, all of those items counter this hero instantly. You can counterspell. You can just counterspell his 1 and negate 600 healing as well. His HP per boon is just really fucking bad. XQC thinks Victor is the best hero in the game. Yeah, exactly my points. The Victor has the highest win rate in Initiate. That's a fact. But it's not a good character. It's just not. It's the highest win rate character in Louis. It's just not good though. This character's like low-key bad. It's just not good. I don't know. It's just not that good, man. I literally have not played... I've played hundreds of games this patch, right? I have not lost a single game to a Victor. Not a single game. 0 games. 0 games I've lost and said, damn, Victor's strong. Like, literally 0 times. Never happened. Vindicta? High-key, Vindicta's the worst hero in the game. This character's so fucking bad. I don't know what kind of, like, Joe Biden... or Hunter Biden crack the devs were smoking when they made this Vindicta change, but this shit is so fucking trash. I mean... like, the character does, like, only, like, 10% of her damage at the end of a game is weapon damage. And they gave her weapon damage instead of, like, 10,000 souls. So, like, the character went from being a pretty bad, but okay if you snowball character, to just bad at any point in the game. It's just not even good ever. It's never a good pick. I don't see the point of ever even playing this. VISCOUS? VISCOUS is, like, probably, like, here. This change that they made to his, 2 not cleansing debuffs that are ult related really fucked him, because one of the highest, like, value factors of VISCOUS was cleansing pocket ult. That was like a top 5, like, thing you would draft it for or want it for. That's huge counter. That doesn't even happen anymore. Let's see. I guess it's one niche interaction, I guess, but I do think that was a huge, like, part. Let's see. It also would have cleansed Celeste. No? This would have cleansed Celeste, but no, it doesn't. The punch is quote unquote OP, but it's like fake OP. Like, okay, the punch build that I gave you guys is OP for you guys. Against me, for me, after 2 games of playing in E6, it became bad because they just buy rebuttal on the character's shit. VISCOUS Cube is underwhelming now. It's a good ability, but it's like not like what? What are you gonna be, support? The 1 is the worst ability. Okay, I'm pretty sure mathematically VISCOUS's 1 is the lowest DPS ability in the game of any ability in the game. It is like 70 damage on a 30-second cooldown. It's just dog shit. The 2 is a good ability, fine. I'll give you that. The cube is good. The 3 is a good ability, but it is completely countered by pressing F with no items. You don't even have to buy rebuttal. So one of his abilities is a support ability. The other one is parryable. The other one is the lowest DPS grenade in the game. And the ball is a pathetic damage ability that is more of an escape tool. The character is, like, not, like, unplayable, but it's just underwhelming, man. It's just sad the direction they went with this character. Viper? I think Viper is good. I think Viper is probably standard. I think Viper's very standard. I think Viper's like similar level of these characters. Viper is a little bit clunky, but it does a lot of damage. I would rather play Viper on my team than VISCOUS for sure. And all these characters below. This shit's, it's pretty good. Best build for Viper, Spirit early, and then you go like a mix of shit later, like fucking Capacitor, Merc Mag, Point Blank, Burst Fire, all that bullshit later. But like early game, if you just go Spirit, he does so much fucking damage. And like debuff remover is not as apparent anymore. This character is one of those characters that just snowballs Giga and then it's kind of like falls off, but it's never useless because like Bulamax is good for mid boss, things like that. But the character is like, Viper is like a top 3 power creep hero from like minutes 3 to 10, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. But like this character can make a lot of space on the map and do really good things. But it's not like, it falls off pretty hard. If you're like Giga ahead, it can stay, but like that's rare. Warden, I don't really know what to say about Warden. Warden was Giga OP last patch. I've been seeing him less, but I don't think that means he's bad. Warden is probably like what, like standard? I think he's fine. He's a good character. He seems less OP than he was before. But like maybe like standard, I don't fucking know. Like here, he feels less powerful than some of the new heroes. Like I'd rather have a Venator or Mirage on my team than a Warden currently. But he's still good. No, if Yoshi, if you're listening, do not buff Warden, please, for the love of God. It might be this low key. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know, man. Maybe. I don't know, man. This character's just good. Let's see. Wraith. Wraith is kind of bad. Wraith is not as bad as Vindicta and Doorman, but it is worse than Infernus, I think. I don't think Wraith is very good. I haven't really lost to a Wraith in a long-ass time. How would you buff Wraith? I wouldn't. I think, I said this earlier, but I think Wraith and Infernus, like, aren't even that bad. It's just the other carries are too OP. Their individual impact is still good. I don't know. Yamato? I don't know where I value Yamato at. I think Yamato is, probably top of A. Probably, here's why I think Yamato is, like, better than Apollo in a way, is, like, Yamato is not counterable. Like, Apollo is counterable. You can just slowing Hex and counterspell an Apollo, and he's useless. Yamato is never, like, that counterable ever. It's just, like, I don't know. Character's pretty good. At Yamato's weakest, she's an annoying fly that dives your support and 1-for-1s your page, or whatever the fuck. But it still creates a lot of space in vision aggro. Like, it's never, like, useless, I think. Maybe, like, I might put Yamato, like, right there, like, low-key. I think it's fine. What role does Silver fill for the team? Lane bully, late-game scaler, front line, back line, middle line, roamer, assassin. What else? What else could Silver be? Everything? I think Silver fits every role in the game at one time. I told you, I told you why. The character is OP because it attracts the lowest skill group of players. And they're bad. And they want their favorite character to not be bad. So they can't physically comprehend how the character is good. So they just whine on Twitter. It is the most popular character in the vocal minority. They're just all over fucking Twitter and Reddit saying their character's bad when it's actually OP. They're just bad. And they refuse to believe they're bad. They say it's like transphobic or some shit. Or like sexist to say Silver's bad. Like, well, fuck off, man. Furry-phobic, whatever. Look, I'm tapped in on Twitter and Reddit. That's what I see. I see the Celeste nerfs. I see a tweet with 10k likes saying it's transphobic. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I guess can't nerf it. Fuck off with that shit. That being said, she is hot as fuck. But the character was OP. The character was OP and wasn't even allowed to see a minute of gameplay in competitive. The character was first pick, first banned every single game of every scrim in every tournament, and then it got turbo buffed. That was the most delusional balance change Valve has ever made. Not okay. That's maybe a little hyperbolic, but she needed like nerfs, not 7 buffs. Oh, her win rate. Oh, her win rate. Chat, her win rate. Oh, her win rate. Okay. Oh, it's win rates now. Whenever it's your character that you want buffed, it's win rates. Good. You know what? Let's balance the game around win rates. I agree. No, you're so right, bro. Win rates. Yeah, let's balance the pre-alpha around win rates when 80% of the population doesn't even know how to play the game at a basic level. It makes no sense. Okay, so let's look at win rates. Oh. Shiv, Holiday, Paradox, Mina are the 4 lowest win rate heroes in the game. Chat, let's buff them. Shiv's F tier, guys. Look, the win rate. 44. Buff him. He needs buff. Holiday needs buff. Paradox needs buff. Mina needs buff. Look. 44. Buff it. Look, the win rate. You're just bad. Shiv's OP. You're just bad. I don't know what to say.